Hi, I'm Dr. Dorothy Black, and I teach business courses in the College of Professional Studies.
And my name is LaTara Hopson, and I teach the orientation class, which is the first class that all students are required to take upon enrollment. And it basically prepares students for their future courses by teaching them how to navigate throughout the camp, how to research their references, navigate throughout the library, how to cite their references. And I really enjoy teaching that class.
Well, Black History Month means to me is we have to see where we came from in order to know where we're going. Because sometimes we forget just how uh, hard it was for some. And this was back in the 50s and the 60s. And I was one of those students that we lived in Detroit. And uh, in the 1960s, we ended up moving to Tennessee. And that's when I had my first introduction as to I'm a little bit different. It was the first year that blacks were permitted in the white schools in the little town that I'm from.
That's amazing. I love listening to the stories of before, such as Dr. Black and, my parents and, just all that they went through. My mom experienced that same experience where schools were first integrated. And, it was tough. And I just really appreciate all that my, uh, mom and dad and my ancestors went through before me to make it easier for me. And that's what Black History Month means to me. It means not just a month, but Black history is every day. Black history is every time I look in the mirror, that's Black history. And like Dr. Black was saying, sometimes we forget how hard it was. And I look at my son sometimes, and they know a little bit, but they really don't. And I just try to instill in them, to appreciate, how far we've come and not take these accomplishments for granted. And, you can be anything you want to be. You can accomplish anything you want to accomplish. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing holding you back. So that is what Black history means to me.
Well, for me, um, Bethel was the first place that actually accepted me, um, not only as a student, but later on, after I'd gotten my master's degree, they accepted me as a faculty member. And I remember back when I was in high school, there was a test we had to take prior to graduation. I think it was the ACT. And we took that test at Bethel College back then. And we were told prior to getting there that we don't leave the room, we don't go to the bathroom. There were things that we just did not do once we got to the campus.
That is so amazing, Dr. Black. Again, I'm just awed at, what you went through, and to see you here now. And like I said before, I hear nothing but great things about you. And that's how I know that Bethel embraces diversity. I know my
Yes.
very first day here at Bethel 5 years ago, when I first walked into the campus, I work at the Clarksville, Tennessee campus, and I was immediately excited when I saw the rainbow of people that worked at Bethel, all backgrounds and ethnicities, and I immediately felt at home. And I know for our students, Bethel again embraces that diversity. And it sets the foundation for our students, for all students, and for Black students, because we are talking about Black History Month, that this is an environment where you can thrive, where you can shine, where you can succeed, and where you can be anything that you want to be. Um, Higher education definitely opens a lot of doors. And I believe that Bethel sets that foundation and is a great example of what diversity is all about.
Preparation. Um, and it's not hard. For some reason, students come in thinking that it's going to be hard. And I'm always preaching preparation. Just because the class is on, let's say, a Thursday night, you don't wait to Thursday to begin getting your homework for that particular class. It's through preparation that we not only work on the homework, but we're preparing for that future job that we're going to get, to better ourselves and our families.
Absolutely. And what I would, let me turn my volume down. The advice I would have for Black men and women that are at Bethel or thinking of coming to Bethel is, Black people, we are, I don't want to say used to adversity or used to obstacles, but being Black, it does bring some obstacles that others may not have to face, but that's part of our history. That's part of who our ancestors are, who our moms and dads and grandmothers and aunts and uncles, and that's built in us to persevere over adversity and obstacles. So when, like Dr. Black said, it's preparation. When you get to class, whether it's online or in person, don't I'll put those obstacles ahead of you before they've even occurred, because it's not hard. It's not the easiest thing going to school when you have a family, you're working full time, or if you're in the military. It is, a challenge. However, always remember that's what we're built for. That's what, you know, is part of our history and our culture. Culture. Sorry, a tongue twister. And that's a part of who we are as Black people, is we know how to face those obstacles and overcome those obstacles and have the victory at the end of the day.
That is so true.